And that is going to take us into our penultimate series here, which will be Krane versus Baal. Baal versus Krane. So we're going to go into game number 1 on Fighting Spirit between Baal and Krane. Let's do it, boys. In the top right-hand corner of the map, as the white Protoss, we have Baal. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, as the orange Terran, we have Krane. So we're going to get some PvP action. See what these guys have in mind. Nothing sneaky yet. Watching for those gases. Gas, okay. So both players are going to play tech-based PvP. Core first. Will we make a Zealot? Will either player make a Zealot? Okay, so Zealot from Krane, no Zealot from Baal. Second pylon goes up. And just scouting around a little bit. Dragoon on the way, straight into range. Zealot trying to chase away that probe. And that probe will get killed off by the Dragoon here. Grab that second pylon, kind of block any sort of scouting coming across the map. We're going to go 2 gates here and 1 gate from Krane, and then 1 gate robo from Krane. Actually, mirror builds almost from both players. Just going to mirror what they are doing here. So looks like Krane is going to come across the map here and try to flush out what Baal was doing, although Baal sees it with his probe here, so he'll just be chilling at the top of the ramp. Krane will not be able to get anything done. In fact, he needs to back up because that's way too many Dragoons here from Baal. Alright, so he's going to back up. And Baal going for 3 gates. Robo obs. Now 1 gate robo. So probably 1 gate robo expand here from Krane against the 3 gate obs from Baal. So just needs to be a little bit careful. In the early stages of this game, does Krane, he'll have most likely quite a bit faster Nexus, depending on how he plays this. Although with all these Dragoons already out from Baal, well, there's actually only 5. So we'll see. Baal's going to set up below the ramp. Now, Krane has a Zealot to tank, so that could help him bust out of this, but the problem is there'll be 3 gates worth of reinforcements. And we see the obs. Now we need to see if this is 3-gate robo, or if this is just if this is just going to be obs. There should be an expansion coming up very soon. But if he does decide to play super aggressively, we'll see a Reaver and just a big 3-gate kind of Hanbang sort of attack. The soft contain here for Baal below the ramp. 2nd gateway being added. Crawl Reaver is on the way, and the obs is headed out across the map. Well, let's see. Will they see each other? They might, but the Dragoons certainly won't see the obs. And actually, Baal was able to get the first Nexus here, so that's interesting. Krane forced to add his 2nd gateway. He needs to be careful with this Reaver. Oh, that was a very good Scarab, though. That was a very good Scarab. Sitting right perfectly in that nook, and oh my gosh, Krane needs to be careful with that Reaver, but he gets 1 kill already. And he's softened up a few more Dragoons. Another good Scarab going off, and Baal is taking a lot of damage. Baal needs to be a bit careful here. Krane forcing Baal to move back, and this Reaver, it's debating whether it wants to go further forward still. Gets off another shot, and the Dragoons move forward for the snipe. Is it going to be worth it? Nope. Taking a lot of extra damage, and another big Scarab. And now there's even a shuttle, so now let's see. Oh, but the obs has vision. Oh, that shuttle takes a lot of hits. But these Dragoons have been softened up, so it looks like Krane will be able to come down here. He's running down a little bit faster than he should have, and doesn't have the Reaver on the ground here. Trying to be gentle and careful with it, but he is going to force Baal back, and he kills quite a few more of Baal's Dragoons than of his own. And shuttle needs to pick up the Reaver. Coming across the map, so we've got 3 gateways. We've got Dragoon. Is he going? Oh, he's not going Reaver of his own. Is Baal. So this is very, very dangerous from Krane. With a Reaver coming versus no Reaver, it's very, very difficult to defend. You need quite a few more Dragoons, and you need to get really good service areas or a very fortunate shuttle snipe to be able to pull anything off. And hey, man, first of all, welcome to the stream, Brainiac189, and yeah, glad I can be of help. I'm glad you found the resources helpful. Dragoon moving forward. Dragoon's picking off that guy, and Hobbs is tracking the shuttle. He knows it's coming, but he's not currently going for Reaver of his own. He's trying to defend with pure Dragoon. Now, if there were 2 Reavers here, I would be incredibly scared for Baal. With just 1 Reaver, I'm a little less scared. It's a little more... Oh, the shuttle's so low! Oh, there are 2 Reavers. Oh my god, okay. This is a very difficult defense, and Baal is getting pushed back into the natural. Now, he's able to get some shots, but look how many shots are being spent to get the Reaver, and that's probably enough just to completely soften up these goons. Now, he does have 4 gates worth of reinforcements, but these Dragoons are going to fall almost immediately. He's microing in perhaps a bit further than he needs to, but now it's just probes here, and certainly the damage is being done. Of course, Krane getting the expansion in the meantime, being well played, cleans up all of these probes. Now, there are 4 gates of production, which might mean enough to hold on, especially if Krane notices, although... No, never mind. Crane's got it. He's up on the gateways. There's two more Dragoons he can pull, and Baal is forced to say GG. Krane takes a pretty quick, efficient game 1. And in all honesty, I think the mistake there for Baal probably should have gone Reavers. 3-gate obs usually needs a Reaver follow-up against a 2-gate Reaver attack. And the secondary thing, the other option, if you were going to play it with Mass Dragoon, would have been either the use of a battery or 2 for assistance, or trying to make sure you meet that army on the open ground and kind of force the Reavers to load and unload again to buy time and to try to attack the Dragoons, because you're going to have more Dragoons, they're going to have the Reavers, and try to attack those Dragoons and before the Reavers are down and get some damage off on them, and then keep pulling back, and then try to engage them in open ground with a nice wide flank. That's like the only real way I can picture holding on. It looks like Sylphid has been selected as the next place of battle between Krane and Baal. So, spawning in the top position here as the blue Protoss, we have Krane. And in the bottom position here at 8 o'clock or so, as the brown Terran, we have WGT Baal, who is down 1-0, needs a win here to extend the series on a little bit further. So we see Gateway here and Pylon. We see a similar looking build. Both players have opted to make a Zealot first. And Baal is going to come across here and harass. See, obviously, Core grabbing our +1 range. Oh, whoa, never mind. This is 2-gate. Oh, I missed that. So it's the 3 Zealot tech expand. So let's see how this first Zealot is handled. So far, okay. So far, okay. Oh, Zealot goes for the Dragoon. That's not what it wanted to do. That's not what it wanted to do. So that's not the best micro from Baal. So this is being handled well so far. I like the fact that Krane just kind of moved back to the minerals, drilled in the SCVs. And now the Dragoon can come over here, get a few pot shots off, soften the Zealots up, and then just kind of comfortably kite back to the minerals. You can do a little bit of fighting like this. Nothing wrong with that. Just getting off extra shots with these Dragoons. Zealots getting very softened up. Very good micro here from Krane. Krane just looking so far to be a much, much stronger player. These Zealots obviously doing absolutely nothing. This is exemplary hold here from Krane. And actually, 2 more have come across. They're just going to 100% die. Krane actually paused his Dragoon production, confident enough in his micro to get away with that. And Krane making nice use of this Zealot to continue to soak damage. And now the Zealot's running the mineral line. Still, I think there's only been 1 or 0 probes lost here. And again, these Zealots are getting softened up. There's at least 1 kill. Crane's going to move in here. He's going to drill on top of them, but there's a second probe kill. That starts to become an issue. It's not devastating. And obviously a lot of units thrown away for Baal. He's sending more Zealots. Baal, what are you doing, man? This is way too many Zealots. This could spiral out of control. Now with 3 Dragoons, range done, it's just way too much. You can just easily kite past the Zealots here. Dragoon's just going to back up, finish that guy off, and the other ones are still being sent in. I don't know why. Okay, he does turn them around. Absolutely dominated there. And now it's a very dangerous situation because Krane is on 2 gateways. He has 4 Dragoons out. There will only be 2 from Baal. Now, I guess there'll be 2 Zealots. But if this is well done by Krane, he'll kind of just micro pass the Zealots, snipe the Dragoons, and then it'll be a little bit out of control. He is rallying down his units, and about to be a lot of pressure here for Baal to survive, and Dragoons getting first initial shots on Dragoons, and now it's a matter of just kiting past what he really wants to do. Well, if he can get shots off like that, like not even having to fight, that's fine. But, okay, never mind. Krane, or Baal has added a third gateway, so that's should be enough to allow him to live. But there's going to be a robotics follow-up. And no sign of any sort of follow-up yet from Baal, who is just defending that narrow choke. And Krane will not have sufficient numbers to end up breaking this. But the position is very comfortable here for Krane. Oh, okay, just trying to pop in there and see how many Dragoons are out. So there will actually, shortly, there'll be a subtle Dragoon advantage here for Baal, but with reinforcements, like Baal will be able to push Krane back, potentially, but he won't be able to actually go attack Krane. And of course, Krane should be able to infer from the number of Dragoons and the range that he can just go straight for his Reaver if he wants to. But he is going to get obs. Okay, well, that's... yeah, okay. Could have done a little more massaging of this to figure out that it wasn't going to be DTs and that there were 3 gates, which basically just, you know, precludes any possibility of DTs, which means you might as well go Reaver first. This isn't bad for him, but... Alright, looks like maybe he wants to break. Okay, so he's going to send a probe to take the initial shots, as well as that Zealot trying to get out now. And numbers are on Baal's side, so that was not bad from Baal. Gonna force Krane on back. Will he get some Dragoon kills? Yeah, they're pathing a little bit shitty. He's getting off some pot shots. So he's gonna force Krane back, and Krane has not made the Reaver here. Now let's take a look at the count. That is 4 Dragoons, plus 4 Dragoons, plus 2 Dragoons. That's 10 Goons. Trying to fight here. Maybe that's a little early. He doesn't have numbers, but it is a nice narrow spot. Okay, so he does make good enough use of it here, buying a little more time from Baal, who is not reinforcing apparently. Krane is not gone for an expansion yet. He's going to put down the support bay. He is. Oh, he's actually gone ahead and made the Reaver. He just made the obs. Oh no, he made an obs. Never mind. He's going straight into the Reaver. Going to crawl that Reaver on out. And what do we got here now? Do we have 10? We have 11 Dragoons. So yeah, ahead in Dragoon count by 1. That's pretty good. Now the Zealot can tank a little bit of damage, but oh, actually he paused Dragoons, but definitely a very good arc. This should go okay for Krane. There are a few wounded Dragoons though, so it'll depend a little bit on what falls when. And we'll probably want to kite back against that Zealot. Nice control there from Krane. Very patient. Needs to speed. There we go. So Krane so far doing everything pretty nice. Nexus goes down. Now he needs that Reaver. Okay, the Reaver's out. More Dragoons are on the way. This defense is still a little bit tight. You know, if Krane makes a mistake here, this could still go wrong. With the Reaver out, though, it's looking a hell of a lot better. And now he's setting up something that is a little bit better of an arc. Just needs that Reaver in position so that the Dragoons run in, the Scarab will immediately goes off, and it looks like Krane will be alright. Going to be able to defend that Nexus, and then he's going to soon have a Reaver timing here against Baal, and he's also going to be at an expansion advantage. Oh, baits in a few Dragoons, incidentally, but nevertheless baits them in. And Krane looking nice and sharp here in this game. And Baal just kind of stuck on 3-gate Goon. He's just committed to it. He's basically got to at some point go for some sort of bust, but now with 2 Reavers, I mean, let's face it, it's not happening. It's not happening. Way faster Nexus here for Krane. Still no expansion. So Krane just looking at this thinking, oh, okay, well, if you're just going to all-in me, this is pretty comfortable. Should be a shuttle on the way. And then attack and go time for Krane. What do we have here? 5, 6. We got about 16. Got about 10 or so. And of course, the other option though that Krane has, like he probably doesn't. Whoa, what? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a YOLO swag 420 all in. 420 YOLO swag for Jesus. Coming right up. But there's a lot of splash here, so these probes are like not really gonna do anything. Huh? Alright, well, alright, props to Baal for trying. But this is not going to work if you guys are wondering. This will definitively not work at all. Baal is going to get absolutely crushed here. I mean, the probes are nice, but yeah, a little bit of Reaver micro. Just coming into a wall of splash damage, and Krane takes a nice casual 2-0. Really, really beautiful defense against the 2-gate here from Baal. The Reavers are actually just aggressively crawling forward at this point. And that's all she wrote. It's kind of true, but kind of not true, Baal. Kind of true, kind of not true. Like, the problem with your 2-gate was that you didn't just transition. You made, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. You have very limited options if you go 2-gate and make 9 zealots before you do anything else and suicide all of those zealots. But had you just made 3 or even 5 and stopped once you realized the defense was fine, and then transitioned away from that, then you would have been fine. You know, and you could have just gone for Reaver. Like, you know, if you would have gone 3-gate Reaver against him, yeah, he had an advantage, but, like, good micro, you can win that. Like, the fact that you just went 3-gate Goon and stuck with 3-gate Goon for ages was not the choice. You know, 3-gate Reaver or something, that at least gives you some micro potential where maybe you can make something happen. But you were too one-track mind. It was like, no, I have to do it this way. I've got 3 gates. I got to stick. I got to make goons. I got to make goons. But you know, there wasn't a contingency plan, and too many zealots. Too many zealots.